From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Saturday, October 4th, 2014. Silver is trading at $16.86 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,191 per ounce. And according to BitcoinAverage.com, the average price of Bitcoin is $345. Antiwar.com reports a week of fighting in the eastern Ukrainian rebel capital of Donetsk continued through Friday, with the main clashes again focused on the military-held airport as rebel tanks tried to push into the area. The fighting in Donetsk continues to strain the ceasefire across eastern Ukraine, though so far the clashes seem confined to the city itself, with the rest of the region still relatively calm. While the rebels have pushed towards the airport, the military has shelled rebel-held residential areas in the city, killing 11 people over the course of the week, including 10 on Wednesday. The U.S., as it so often does in the case of Ukrainian flare-ups, blamed the situation entirely on Russia, and the State Department demanded that Russia intervene to stop the rebels from attacking the airport. In the spirit of Motorhome Diaries and Liberty on Tour, I intend to take the message of peace, love, and liberty on the road. During the 104-day trip, I'll be visiting at least 10 cities across the country, speaking to people about the ideas of peace, love, and liberty. To find out more about the tour or to donate, visit tour.fppradio.com. That's tour.fppradio.com. The Associated Press reports, in a medical first, a woman in Sweden has given birth after receiving a womb transplant. The 36-year-old mother received a uterus from a close family friend last year. Her baby boy was born prematurely but healthy last month, and the mother and child are now at home and doing well. The identities of the woman, the husband, and the child were not disclosed. Dr. Mats Brandstrom, a professor of obstetrics and gynecology at the University of Gothenburg and Stockholm IVF, who led the research and delivered the baby with the help of his wife, who is a midwife, said, "The baby is fantastic, but it is even better to see the joy in the parents and how happy he made them." The feat opens up a new but still experimental alternative for some of the thousands of women each year who are unable to have children because they either lost a uterus to cancer or were born without one. Before this case proved the concept can work, some experts had questioned whether a transplanted womb would be able to nourish a fetus. Others have questioned whether such an extreme step, expensive and fraught with medical risk, would even be a realistic option for many women. For the proud parents, the years of research and experimentation were well worth the wait. FPP Radio News is brought to you by Roberts & Roberts Brokerage. For over 35 years, Roberts & Roberts has been a trusted source for buying and selling your investment-grade precious metals. They now take Bitcoin for purchasing precious metals so you can turn your profits into a long-term investment. Call Roberts & Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on investing. 800-874-9760. Reuters reports, pro-democracy protesters faced off against supporters of Chinese rule in Hong Kong's teeming Mong Kok district early Saturday in a tense confrontation that had undermined hopes for talks aimed at ending a week of turmoil. Scuffles broke out late on Friday between people demanding full democracy in the former British colony, including a free voting system when they come to choose a new leader in 2017, and residents who want the demonstrations to end. Protesters said they believed criminal gangs or triads were involved. Police intervened to prevent an escalation in the violence, but a rowdy crowd of around 2,000 filled a major intersection in the early hours of Saturday, and the atmosphere remained highly charged as police officers in riot gear tried to keep them under control. Demonstrations across Hong Kong have ebbed and flowed since Sunday when police used pepper spray, tear gas, and batons to break them up in the worst unrest in Hong Kong since the former British colony was handed back to Chinese rule in 1997. At times, tens of thousands of people gathered to block roads and buildings in central areas, bringing them to a virtual standstill. Student activists, established protest groups, and ordinary Hong Kongers have joined forces to present Beijing with one of its biggest political challenges since it violently crushed pro-democracy protests in and around Tiananmen Square in 1989. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.